episode on Tuesday, and we're
Welcome,
live.
guys. Welcome. Yeah,
Four-man football. Let's go.
We are on Tuesdays here. I don't think you mentioned it enough times the last time.
Yeah.
We were supposed to go ahead and have a live show to you guys, show you our fantasy football draft. But when you get a bunch of belligerent drunks together, you know, things happen. People are knocking over the camera. We're having some technical difficulties.
We have to apologize to the fans for that. It got wild, it got crazy, and we were kind of prepared for a little wild and crazy, but then
certain things happen that. But still, at the end of the day, it was a good time. We enjoyed ourselves. I'm sorry that you guys couldn't kind of enjoy with us, but still, we enjoyed ourselves.
Shout out to Krishna for being an amazing host, amazing time, amazing company. We had a blast.
Yeah, we did. It gets a little handsy, but it was still.
We had a blast.
We enjoyed ourselves there, Chris. But week one is right around the corner. We've been waiting months for this here. Now with football, we got Thursday night football, of course, starting it out with the Eagles. We have Friday football in Brazil with Kansas City Chiefs out there in Brazil. Then, of course, football on Saturday and Sunday. So we're going to review a couple things. Obviously, give our picks for week one. We're going to just talk a little bit about what happened last week in college football with our Florida teams, look ahead to week two in college football, specifically for our Florida teams, and kind of talk about a little bit about what's going on in college football, the highlights of things that people want to talk about, a little bit of Belichick talk, a little bit of Archie Manning talk. So,
good Lord.
So we'll see where it goes. But, of course, we got started up, Chris.
Yes.
Week one in the NFL is beginning. So we're going to go in straight away, go right for your picks. I want to know exactly who you think in week one, who's going to win these games. Guys, get your money out, get your wallet out, because Chris is guaranteed to lose your house, possibly. But either way,
this man can say whatever he wants. Florida Man football. Very proud of the fact that we've called some great games, some great predictions.
We did.
And this season in Florida Man football, we're going to take turns. It sounds like. So I'm going to take care of week one. My counterpart will take care of week two. I want to remind everybody one thing. Number one, my picks are better than his. But number two, more important than number one.
Okay.
This guy right here gives me the hardest week, which is week one, the most unpredictable week to make picks. But don't worry.
The excuses.
Don't worry.
Begin
My average of 86% starts right now. Let's go.
86%.
Let's go.
You begin. Yeah, your excuses are up to about 86%.
Let's go. Check tape.
For sure, whatever you want to say. But we're going to start up with our Florida teams, of course, Chris, starting with our Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are in Atlanta playing the Falcons. Divisional game right off the bat here, Chris. Who you got in this game?
Well, look, ultimately, who are the Bucs going to be? The identity starts right now, Johnny Cinco.
Yeah.
Last year we lost both games. Kirk Cousins is gone. Penix Jr. is in. And at the end of the day, if you want to prove the power rankings wrong or right, depending on which one, the Athletic had us really low and CBS had us kind of high, this is the time to do it. For us, the chase for the NFC South starts right now. Give me the Bucs to win on the road and to show that we are the team that we are, not just on paper, but in real life. Let's go, Bucs.
Yeah, I think for everybody, you're going to see who they are in week one.
Let's get excited, baby.
But with the Bucs, I was dogging them a little bit, started watching a little more tape on them, seeing I have high expectations for the Bucs. So it does start right here. Now, obviously, you got Penix at the helm there with the Falcons, but I don't expect much from Penix. He's going to try to run, of course. So we're going to see if that run defense for the Bucs has really,
I'm not oblivious to the fact, and a lot of Buc fans know this, we make a lot of bad players look good. And I'm not saying that Penix is good or bad. I'm just saying that I'm sure he's going to get his shots. But I have to assume at this point that we are just a much better team in every aspect of the word. It would definitely be an upset for me, Johnny Cinco, if we lost this game week one. 100% upset if we lost.
Stop Robinson and you win the game, guys.
There you go.
Moving on to the Miami Dolphins. They are traveling to Indianapolis. They're playing the Colts, Chris. The Daniel Jones-led Colts. Who you got in this game?
That's the key, right? What kind of Jones are we going to get in this offense? And, he's going to obviously try to keep this job as long as he possibly can. And so the Miami's on the road, you said?
Yes, they're going to Indianapolis.
Okay.
Yes.
Give me the Miami Dolphins to win this game on the road, setting the tone, saying, hey, Daniel Jones, not this week, maybe next. And we steal one on the road. Let's go.
Yeah, Tua always plays well against AFC teams. I think he obviously missed some games last year. But from the fantasy perspective, I'm looking at him. I picked him up because I'm like, this guy's averaging like 24 points against AFC teams last year. So the Dolphins' offense is going to be there. The question mark huge question mark is the Miami defense. So that concerns me. So I'm not arguing with that pick. That's fine.
Talking about fantasy, I expect players like Taylor to get their numbers this week. I expect somebody like maybe Pittman Jr. to show up because he's trying to connect with Daniel Jones. But again, this is Florida Man football. I'm gonna ride with our Florida teams this week 1 until the wheels fall off. The spread is only 1.5 points for the Colts.
Yeah.
Come on, Dolphins.
Let's go Miami.
Fins up, baby.
Last game for our Florida teams here. Carolina Panthers are at home against our Jacksonville Jaguars. Actually, no, correction. They're playing in Jacksonville. Against the Jaguars. Chris, who you got?
Listen, this is Florida Man football. Streaming on all major platforms. Do like, share, subscribe. Duval. Listen, it is. I had to do it. It is week 1. This is the time for Coach to set the tone here. I don't expect Travis to blow up any fantasy numbers. I will say that. But I am expecting the Jaguars to come home at home and win and start the season 1-0, and Trevor Lawrence to have a very good game as well. Give me the Jaguars to win, baby. And for week 1, Johnny Cinco, all 3 teams are undefeated. Let's go.
Well, it's going to be interesting. I mean, we're going to see this completely new Jacksonville team if they can deliver. I'm telling you one thing, Carolina is going to be significantly better than they were last year. I expect a big game from Chuba. I expect that
from who?
From Chuba.
Okay.
So Hubbard is better. So Chuba Hubbard's going to actually go ahead and have a good game. He's going to run all over this team. But we shall see if Cohen, this new look team completely, if they're going to go ahead and deliver. And it starts with Carolina. I'm
not saying we're going to win the division. We'll talk about that weeks from now. But I'm just saying that right now we have a very good opportunity to start undefeated. And Jaguars, do the Bucs a favor. Beat the Panthers. Let's go.
Agreed. Let's start up with the first game of the season, Chris. Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys, you've been talking so much about how high you are on them. Even after they traded Micah, you're still like, no, they're still going to be good. They're going ahead and playing against the defending champion Philadelphia Eagles. Who you got, Chris? They're playing in Philadelphia.
Well, first and foremost, let's talk about the thing that we talked about this last week and the big news, which is Parsons. Parsons turns out he's actually not feeling too well. He's going to get epidural shots.
He's fine.
No, he's going to get epidural shots to start the season. So you know what? Maybe Jerry Jones was right. I'm just saying. With that being said, Johnny, if this game was in Dallas, I would be picking the Cowboys to win. Don't tune me out yet. I've said it from the beginning, and I'm going to stand by it, folks. The Cowboys will make the playoffs. Will they win games in the playoffs? I never said that, but they will make the playoffs. What I'm trying to say is this is going to be a close game. Make no mistake about it, but I'm going to give it to Philly. And here's why I'm going to give it to Philly. The Philly fans, right? They're the most most obnoxious, annoying fans that they can be when they're winning.
Crude.
And when they're losing, they're the best fans for me because they just implode on their team. But because they're winning, they're going to be amazing out there. And so for that, I give Philly the W.
I love how Jerry Jones, who's a marketing genius, it sends out these ridiculous reports now. Then all of a sudden now Parsons has this hidden injury nobody really knew about. They didn't know how bad it was. Like, listen, the Packers fleeced the Cowboys on this deal. They did just fine. With that deal right there is gonna win them the division.
Okay.
And you're gonna sit here and be like, oh, maybe Jerry Jones. Right. Jerry Jones was the one that put up. Jerry Jones people put out that report.
We're just doing week predictions. So let me throw this question. Let me throw this question at you. How many sacks does Parsons get this year?
It's gonna be double digits. He's had at least 12 or 14
12,
every year.
12,
every year. So it's gonna be double digits. He's gonna get 10 plus. So why is that going to stop? He was playing on a terrible team and still got his. Now he's going to a better team. He had some help there. It's going to be just fine. He's in the north here. Caleb Williams, who loves to get sacked, is going to be an issue there. You got essentially a real rookie, and JJ with the Vikings. He's not going to get sacked here. Goff, who's a freaking statue, who stands there, he's not going to get sacked. You got to be kidding me. This guy may break the record for sacks this year. But all of a sudden now, you're questioning the move.
He may not play till week 3.
You're questioning the move. Oh my God! You question the move because Jerry Jones realized we got to put out some press release through some. This wasn't ESPN reporting this. This was.
I got more comments, but I know we got the whole schedule. So I'll pause.
Joe's podcast.
It goes both ways. It goes both ways. Parsons' agent was all over ESPN, so payback's a snitch. But go ahead.
Listen, man, Parsons is just fine.
Payback's a snitch.
He's not having any issues. The dude's in his prime. He's just fine. You're over here. All of a sudden now he's pregnant. And then he needs epidurals. It's a whole thing.
You said he's pregnant.
Now some nonsense here. Moving on to the game in Brazil, the Kansas City Chiefs They're playing the Los Angeles Chargers. Chris, who you got?
Yeah, man, we're getting some Friday night lights. Let's go. NFL season's back, week one, Florida Man football. And I'm going to tell you right now, Johnny Cinco, I like what the Chargers have done last year. I like where they're going. I like the way that they're establishing the running game. But I'm going to tell you right now, and I said this during the offseason, the Chiefs are not messing around. They see the window is closing on their dynamic duo of Kelsey and Mahomes. Give me the Chiefs to win in Brazil. And the line is 3.5. I'm going to say that they're going to win by 7 or more. Give me the Chiefs.
No, I mean, I have the Chiefs winning as well, so that's good. I'm not going to ever disagree with you on your picks. But I think it's going to be I think it's going to be closer than this.
Maybe.
Listen, the Chargers defense. I mean, Harbaugh runs a run-first offense,
yeah,
and that defense has been solidified. It's a good defense, but the point spread comes down to one thing. Chiefs are going to win this game. The referees. What are we dealing with here? What does the NFL want the Chiefs to win in Brazil?
And then the other thing, I'm still sticking with the Chiefs to win, but the other question is for the NFL season in general, is for the Chargers, is what kind of Herbert are we going to get this year? Are we going to get the reserved Herbert, or is he going to finally let loose and let that ball rip? We'll see.
No, we'll see, but I think he'll remain. I'm Herbert. I'm so tired of hearing about this guy. What has he done? What has he done? And he has all the talent in the world. I don't care. Jeff George had a rocket arm, did nothing in the league. Jamarcus Russell, rocket arm, nothing. Biggest bust in history. I don't care about talent, about poise, and then what you do with the opportunities that you get.
What team did Jamarcus Russell play for again?
The Raiders.
Toma Lorenzo. Who's next?
Moving on, Chris. The Cincinnati Bengals are in Cleveland. Battle of Ohio. Who you got here?
This one is a no-brainer, I like to call it, Johnny Cinco. Look, the Bengals had back-to-back bad years with their injuries, losing a bunch of games they were supposed to win. This, even though that Bengals are traveling, give me the Bengals to win. The 4.5 is a spread. Again, I'm going to say 7 or more. I think the Bengals are going to impress a lot of people this year. Instead of starting 0-3, they're probably going to be 3-0. Give me the Bengals to win.
Listen, the Bengals are a good team. They were a good team last year. Like, the Bengals and the Chiefs were the same team last year. The only difference was the Chiefs won all those little one-point games, and the Bengals lost them all.
Right.
So it ended up the chips fell where they made. They, like you said, they lost the games they should have won. Every close game they lost, and you didn't have the referees bailing them out like Kansas City did. So, but you have the Bengals winning against Cleveland.
Bengals win.
Moving on, the Vegas Raiders, your second favorite team. They are in New England facing the new-look Patriots, who look great. You can't go. Of course, I already know where you're going to go, but who are you going to go here, Chris?
No, I think for me, this one, you've got two teams with two coaches, two new coaches, right? Both coaches with experience, but I mean new teams. And I like what the Patriots have done this offseason. They've opened up their wallets, unlike what they did with Mayo. We already talked about that. Mm-hmm. And then you got to like what the Raiders have done with Genty. But at the end of the day, Johnny, it's very simple for me in this game. You go with the home team because both teams are very raw, very fresh, very new. With that being said, the Patriots are at home. Give me the Patriots to win a game, a close game, a 3-point swing either way. But Patriots win.
It's going to be a close game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders win this game here.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll knows what he's doing, the former Patriot coach. He knows, and he completely changed that offense here. So it's going to be interesting.
You didn't think I was going to take the Patriots, did you?
What? No, I didn't at all. But I don't know what Vrabel has up his sleeve. Obviously, he revamped his defense.
Yeah.
Does Drake May? He's going to kick that leap or a slump?
I'm trusting the connection from a fantasy aspect for Drake May. I'm trusting the Diggs connection I saw in the offseason. I'm trusting Diggs.
Oh,
yeah. I'm trusting the Henry connection that I saw as well. McDaniels loves to throw to the tight end, so I'm trusting all that with the home team. Patriots winning.
All right, fair enough. Moving on, the Arizona Cardinals. They are traveling to New Orleans, facing the Saints. Chris, who you got?
If the Saints win this game, it would be like the Cardinals a loss of biblical proportions for starting the week one of the NFL season. There's nothing to indicate that the Saints are going to win. When you're the team that is the last team to pick a starting quarterback for the league, that should give you a sign of what your season's going to look like, right? So for me, Johnny, I don't care that the Saints are at home. I expect the Cardinals to win this game and win by a lot. The spread is 6.5. I'm going 10 plus.
Wow,
that's how confident I am. How confident I am that the Cardinals are going to win this game.
Okay.
Look for people like Harrison's going to want to make a comeback from last year. He didn't have the best rookie season. And of course, Murray, man. I feel like he's going to have a ball out type of game if you're looking for a quarterback and he's still available, which I doubt. And also the Cardinal defense at that. But give me the Cardinals to win on the road.
I think Murray's going to scramble a lot. He'll get you some points there on his feet there. I'm just more interested in seeing what Kellen Moore does with this team.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting here. You're calling a complete blowout, but we should be interesting. Now, next game, very interesting game. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to New Jersey because the garbage Jets don't actually play in the state they pretend to represent.
Why do you have
So the Steelers, you have Rodgers, you have Fields. They swap teams. I don't think I've ever seen something like this where quarterbacks on a team switch and they face each other in week one.
Not in most recent memory.
It should be interesting here. Are we going to have vintage Rodgers, or are we going to have just the Rodgers we saw with the Jets here? Who's winning this game?
I feel like the biggest one that has the most redemption to gain out of this is Fields, with what happened over in Pittsburgh, right? As far as thinking he was going to be the starter, starting some games, then getting demoted. So when you consider that, that gives me the leg up to Fields, other than the fact that he's younger and he's going to want to ball out at home.
Okay.
So give me the Jets to beat the Steelers. Another thing I want to throw out there, Johnny,
Erroneous.
if you see the videos that you've seen on X, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Rodgers looks older than usual, slower than usual, and he looks limping. I mean, a lot of causes for concern there. You've got Hall, who's going to be playing for a contract, who says the Jets aren't his team, so anytime he gets the rock, he's going to want to run and get the best stats possible. So yeah, I'm taking the Jets at home to win. Jets will be 1-0. Steelers are going to start 0-1.
I don't know. Hey, it is what it is your picks here, but I'm looking at Rodgers.
86%, baby.
I'm looking at Rodgers, who knows this team, knows the defensive players, knows their weaknesses, knows everything that they're going on here. And he's known, a pretty smart quarterback. Brady called him the best passer of all time. So the guy, yes, he's obviously about 2 steps slower, 3 steps slower than he used to be, but he's facing a team he's very familiar with. He knows the defensive, weaknesses. He knows their strengths. And I think he's going to take advantage of that. So I think he forgot about that part.
If you want to take a swing at Prescott, by all means, week 1, go for it. Talking about Murray, by all means, go for it. And I'm going to tell you right now, you'll thank me next week, but Fields is going to have himself a ball game because he's going to win this game. Let's go.
Fair enough. All right, moving on. The next fake New York team, the New Jersey Giants.
We have New York fans.
Yeah, I know. Why are you rooting for New Jersey teams?
Sandy's a New York fan.
There's one New York team, and it's not either of these two teams. The other fake team who likes to go ahead and represent New York and take their marketing dollars, the Giants, they're going to D.C. or Virginia and facing the Washington Commanders. Chris, who you got in this game?
So this one, my bias, I had the Lions. I was biased last year with the Lions. Remember that? I was very biased.
A little bit. They're losing.
And just want to remind you, we're just tuning in now, Florida Man Football. We are streaming on all major platforms. We always start with our Florida teams, a little dribble of college football. But now we're talking Giants and Commanders. And something that I've said to you, Johnny Cinco, in private and sometimes here on live camera is that...
Don't say that, too.
Is that Daniels, we don't know. He could have a sophomore slump. Maybe he doesn't. Ultimately, I don't trust a team that goes from 0 to 100 like Washington did with its coach last year, and then for them to repeat it again. It very seldomly happens, right? It doesn't happen a lot. So I'm going to go with the idea that the Commanders are going to take a step backwards. Now let's pivot to the Giants. I like what I saw in the offseason from Russell Wilson. The guy's got the arm. Dart is now QB2. He's ready lined up in case Wilson falters. I expect a big game from Neighbors. I think he's going to be healthy. So with that being said, Johnny, this is my upset of the week, the upset alert here, the game that nobody wants to call. I'm calling the Giants. I'm calling the Giants, the G-Men, to win on the road.
Wow.
To win on the road.
Wow.
And I'm expecting that defense to come after Carter, to come after Daniels. Give me the Giants to win this game. Let's go.
If the Giants win this game, that means Russell Wilson needs to ball out. So I'm expecting you to pick up Russell Wilson on that waiver wire. Then
I already got Prescott and Fields.
Because
I already got Prescott and Fields. I don't mince words, baby.
Because they're not winning this game without this guy balling out, because the offensive line's in there. So Russell Wilson's gonna have to move, throw it. And he has the arm. He's gonna have to do something, figure it out.
Abdul Carter gonna have something to say. Let's go.
Abdul Carter ain't gonna do a damn thing. Tennessee Titans, Chris, they are making the trip to Denver, facing the Broncos. Who you got?
Here's another thing. My bias comes back again, right? It just slips me again because, again, going back to the sophomore slump. Now, I think the Broncos are going to do better than the Redskins the Commanders this year. But this game will be close. Again, the rookie quarterback in the Titans. Give me the Broncos because they are at home to win this game. I'm not going to go against 2 sophomore quarterbacks back-to-back. Give me the Broncos to win this game. But I expect good numbers from a fantasy perspective from Pollard. I expect them to run the ball a lot. So if you have Pollard on your team,
okay.
But Broncos are winning this one. And I don't expect Bo Nix to have a 30-point game or anything like that.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't expect much from this year from Cam Ward. I know a lot of people are high on him, and I get it. Fantasy-wise, that's a whole different aspect of it. Maybe he'll get some points with his legs and do some things here. But Cam Ward, I've seen enough of him on the that to not really have that high. He's probably the worst first overall pick since Alex Smith. You know,
Oh, wow.
so I'm saying,
Wow.
I mean, I'm not dogging Alex Smith. Alex Smith had
Wow, wow,
had
wow.
a good career, but the number overall, I can't remember the last number one overall quarterback. That was like no hype, anything else, and Cam Moore just became like the guy that was there. And I don't expect much. I didn't expect much from him. He let us down with the University of Miami last year, and he's going to let down Tennessee Titan fans this year.
Wow.
Moving on, Chris, the San Francisco 49ers. They're going to Seattle and playing them Seahawks. What you got?
They've got this game a lot closer, and I'm not too sure why. CMC's healthy by all accounts. Purdy's looking to bounce back, so I don't know why this game is so close. Yes, I know that they're playing at Seahawks and the stadium there, right? I know the fans and all that.
That's issues.
But ultimately, you've got a quarterback who's going to be getting himself reacquainted, a quarterback who bounced back last year, but this year we don't know yet. So we'll see what happens there. Give me the 49ers to win on the road, and I expect more than 3 points. It's 2.5. I expect 3 points or more at least. So give me the Niners to win.
Listen, that connection between Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp is real. It's legit. I mean, they're going to put up some
what,
points.
in
They're going to do some
preseason?
things
I
here.
mean, he's not even number 2 in the pecking order.
The reason that the point spread isn't where it is because, like, people have lost confidence in the 49ers. Now, the 49ers, I get it. You're saying it looks like CMC is healthy.
He does. He looks good.
He's probably got 2 years left in the league max. This may be his very last year. That dude.
Wow. He's a first-round fantasy pickup, and this is last year.
If you picked him up in the first round, then something's wrong with you. So no.
Please comment through X, YouTube, wherever you're watching us from, and let him have it for
Dude
that
has
comment.
80-year-old knees. I'm sorry. So Purdy's having to go and really step up. You know, last year we saw what he can do without weapons, and he didn't do very well. So now you're going to go ahead in Seattle, difficult place to play. So it's a lot of unknowns here, but fine. You're going San Francisco. That's fine.
And Lewis, if you're still watching, I know you said you were not, but you're a secret watcher. I know you are. I'm picking the Niners to win Week 1. You're welcome.
Yeah, Lewis has his own issues. Detroit Lions, they are traveling to Green Bay, facing the Packers, divisional game here, Chris. Who is going to win this game? I mean, this is going to be a good game. People underestimate how good this game is going to be, but who's going to win it?
Listen, this is not me hating on the Lions because I hate Chris. This is not. It's not. This year, I'm going to be honest, partial, look at both sides.
Okay.
And I've got Green Bay winning at home, and I'm going to tell you why. There's 2 things, right? One, we know home field advantage, Lambeau Field, the way that plays out. Number 2, 3 things I should say. Number 2, I'm going to say this one more time. People are really underestimating the way Love was drafted, the wide receiver corps that we have. There's just a lot of people underestimating the Green Bay Packers this season. If Parson is healthy, if he is healthy, that defense is also better. And then the last thing I'll say is, we got to see what kind of coach Campbell is this season. We're going to see what happens with that when you don't have your offensive and defensive coach. This is very interesting to see. And for that reason, I'm going to say that the Packers win at home Week 1 while the Lions are figuring themselves out.
It is going to be interesting here. Ultimately, I agree with you, but I think that the Green Bay Packers have leapfrogged the Lions as Kings of the North there with the move they made with Parsons. So, yeah, the Packers are going to win this game. The Houston Texans, Chris, they're traveling to Los Angeles facing the Rams. Who you got?
So the crazy story here, Johnny Cinco, is that Stafford has been hurt, right, throughout the preseason, and now he is expected to play Week 1. So now the money line says Rams 2.5. You know, I got to say, if Stafford is healthy and he's just been waiting, I take the Rams all day. And do you think that's what's happening here? Do you think he's going to have some rust on him? How do you think Stafford? I'm going to tell you my pick, but how do you think Stafford's going to look Week 1?
Stafford's going to look just fine Week 1. My concern for Stafford is he's not going to survive the year. Listen, back injuries are nothing to sneeze about. Old guys with back injuries. Yeah, I remember Montana. I remember Steve Young. Well, those they don't go away. They're not going to go away. So this is the best he's going to look right now in Week 1. Now, by Week 6 or Week 7, I don't think he's going to survive the year. Honestly, I have a real concern for the Rams with Stafford. They depend on him. That dude is one of the best when he's healthy. He's not healthy. He is not.
This is another time where just Johnny Cinco rambles when I just ask him one simple question and then you want to just ramble on. So he agrees with me that Stafford is going to look good Week 1. Therefore, give me the Rams to win at home. At the end of the day, the Texans are still a good team, an up-and-coming team. But for this one, the Rams are just as competitive. I can't wait to see what your boy is doing at wide receiver this year with Stafford. That while he's healthy, that connection. I can't wait to see that with Adams. No, with Adams.
Yeah, well, it should be interesting there, but that's the issue. Is I don't think he's going to last. So their backup better be ready. So we'll see.
Go.
Moving on, Baltimore Ravens. They're traveling to Buffalo and taking on the only real team from New York, the Buffalo Bills.
Listen, we're going to wrap this up at Florida Man Football, streaming on major platforms, but I do got some comments coming in that we're going to address right now. I got somebody complaining out there saying that we're picking the Jets and Giants to win, that I'm horrible for picking the Jets and Giants to win. Listen, man, this is week one of the NFL season. The most unpredictable type of week one that you can ever have.
I agree with him being horrible.
So at the end of the day, you got to have what's called gut check making picks. I know you girls out there don't know how to make those picks, but don't worry. Daddy will hold your hand. I'll carry you through it. You'll thank me week two. I got, what was it, 86%? My win ratio, 86%?
I apologize for my misogynist partner here. He was going to go ahead and say things like, I've known plenty of girls that know football, that know everything else here, so it's fine. But no, last game of the week, Monday Night Football, Chris, the Minnesota Vikings are taking on the Chicago Bears.
Well, we got to do Ravens-Bills. We didn't do. I cut you off when you were saying Ravens-Bills.
You didn't make your pick?
No.
I tuned you out with your nonsense.
I know.
So it's kind of like, all
Florida Man Football, let's go. Ravens and Bills. Bills are at home, Johnny Cinco. This is payback game. This is a payback game. This is the kind of game that when you say I should have been the MVP, that you try to win. So give me the Ravens to upset the Bills. Bills are at home. I don't care.
Yeah.
This is the week one gut check calls you got to make. Lamar Jackson's winning this game. Ravens win, baby.
I agree with you on that. Buffalo wins home games in December, in the winter time here.
Say what you will.
So I know I'm agreeing with you.
No, I know you are, but I'm just saying. So I'm saying that they're winning for different reasons.
Right now, I guess it'll be in the first week in fall. Yeah, I see that Baltimore's going to go to win that game. But the final game of the week, Monday Night Football, another great divisional game. Minnesota. We got your boy JJ's up here, so we'll see if he's going to go ahead and actually start his career, off with a win against the Bears. Caleb Williams, big crybaby in the preseason. He's all the hype. Is he going to go ahead? There's no way. If this dude has a sophomore slump, then he can't be worse than his rookie year. So are the Bears, Vikings, who's winning this game?
As we're picking the last game of the season, we haven't heard it by now, folks, here listening to Florida Man Football. We have been waiting for this finally. Week one is here, man. We're freaking excited. And what better way to close it? Vikings and Bears. Bears are at home, man. And so the McCarthy, what are we going to get out of McCarthy? Caleb Williams, is like you said, right? Sophomore slump, is it happening or not? But they invested in that offensive line. Okay. I love Odunze, right? Did I pronounce the name right? Odunze?
You got it.
I love Odunze, man. Give me right now I'm at 99%. If I get this right, I'm going to be at 100% for the week. Give me the Bears to win at home. Give me the Bears. I'm taking. Okay. I know it's 1.5 Minnesota, but I'm taking the Bears to win at home and give McCarthy just another thing to think about as he starts week two. Bears win. Offensive line holds up. Let's go.
They have no tape on JJ. They have nothing on him. They
just
don't know what's going to happen
the practices, yeah.
So they don't know what's going. Yeah, they don't know real tape on him here. So I think he's going to surprise them. But hey, you pick the Bears. That's who you're going with. We'll see what's up here. Week one's going to be interesting. It doesn't matter. We're all excited.
Critical on Caleb last year too.
Yeah, listen, everybody was. But you were more so. Yeah, definitely. But we're all excited for week one. Moving on with college football, Chris.
Yeah.
We saw an interesting first week in college football.
Yes.
Starting with the University of Florida, obviously went ahead. They did what they were supposed to do. They wiped the floor of Long Island. No big surprises there. Lagway did well. They knocked. So I'm not going to talk too much about Florida, what they did, because they were supposed to do that.
So. Slow down. Well, we do have to talk about, and I'm always listening. Unlike you, Johnny Cinco.
What do you have to talk about with Long Island?
Unlike you, I'm man enough to give flowers when they're due. Okay. During the week one predictions, I didn't say the Florida teams would win except for you.
I'm going to get to all that.
Well, I want to give you. I want to give you credit for calling Miami to win. That's a tough call that Miami won, and for the Seminoles to win. So give you the kudos there.
Is going to go ahead.
You can continue. I just want to give you credit.
I know. I want to go ahead and just really stretch out, my flowers and stretch it out there. You jump to it. So I'm starting with, I was going to breeze past Florida just because, they played Long Island, fine. They were supposed to win,
we both picked the Gators to win.
DJ Lagway, because Long Island, if they lose to Long Island, then just stop the football program. So they wiped the floor with them. They shut them out. It was a beat down. That's fine. Lagway looked good, but I want to see that against a top 25 team. Okay, obviously the University of Miami. Now that game, which I said they're going to win against Notre Dame, that showed me something, Chris. I was really impressed with them because last year They lost to Syracuse 21-0.
I'm trying to play devil's advocate before you go in your rant. You know, it was a hell of a game.
Yeah, it was
a win.
supposed to be a hell of a game.
A win is a win. A win is a win. But damn, that was close.
Yeah, okay.
That was close.
That doesn't matter. The point I was making was the fact that Syracuse, they were up against 21-0 against Syracuse last year, obviously a conference foe. And they lost that game. They lost that game and cost themselves a chance to play in the ACC championship, and ultimately lost the chance to be in the college football playoff. So that's how it happened. The defense let them down. In that game, the defense bended. They didn't break. So yes, they gave up some points in the fourth quarter, Chris, but they didn't lose when it really mattered. They really stuck together when it really mattered at the end, and they won the game. So props to it. Beck is the real deal. Like I told you, much better in their system here than Cam Ward was last year.
At least for 1 week, he looked good. He looked good.
So, I mean,
and then for the Seminoles, give them a lot of credit. It looks like Alabama looks like the Seminoles did last year, almost the way the game played out.
No, don't take it away from FSU.
I'm not taking it away from them. I'm just simply saying, what a debacle! Like, come on, man. Are you kidding? The 8th ranked team? Are you kidding me?
Listen,
come on, man.
Listen, on paper, the players that they have are legit. That team is legit. The question mark right now is that, I mean, what's always been there. This isn't Nick Saban. The issue wasn't with the players. They have premier players. The play calling was atrocious. Even the hustle. People questioning the hustle on the team on secondary on tackles. That's a coaching issue. You never saw that issue with Saban. So people, I mean, the Alabama fans are nuts. But still, after week 1, they're like, fire this coach. Like, no, he's going to go through it. But all of our Florida teams are ranked outside of UCF. You know, but I'm really excited for what they did. I'm really happy. They wiped the floor with Alabama. You say 31-17, it wasn't that close. It really wasn't. They handled them the entire game. Alabama never threatened FSU. It was something to where, honestly, I was expecting. I was looking at it like, you know what, FSU is going to come back. They're going to bounce back. My biggest question mark this year was with Florida. With Lagway, what are you going to do? I have to wait until you face
of course,
ranked
team,
and then we're going to see what's up there. 100%. UCF, obviously, we already talked about them. They won their game. They played early. Now, the second week, Chris, I know there's no point really kind of getting back and forth on the second week. They're all playing cupcakes. All of our Florida teams are playing cupcakes here. So even everybody should win this game. I don't want to hear anything about it.
If we don't, then you're going to hear a different narrative come the following episodes. But yeah, 100% agree with you there.
So moving on from that here, Chris, a couple stories I want to kind of talk before we kind of check out, Chris.
And before you tell stories, I just want to make sure we're going on the record here. When I go undefeated with my NFL picks, will we repeat the same? Because everyone's going to be to repeat because I'm going to go 100%.
Okay, sure. Okay. Sure.
You let me go again, right? You'll go 100%.
No, you ain't going again. What the heck are you talking about? No, you're not going to go 100%. So, but when you go, however you go,
no faith.
I'll make my picks next week, and then we'll see. You guys are going to clearly see who's the biggest mind.
86%. I beat ESPN, NFL Network. I beat all the. Lewis, I don't know how much money you lost last year. You want to win some money back? Listen to the picks.
What Chris is missing is a decimal point. So he's saying 86. So put a decimal point in between those two numbers, and that's probably closer to where you were at. But, Chris, I got to get your take on just for your first impression on what you thought of Archie Manning. Obviously, Texas goes ahead and loses 14-7 to Ohio State. People were dogging on him a little bit, but what's your just a quick first impression of what you saw from him?
I didn't like it. I don't want to overreact. I don't want to overreact. I feel like this kid's already been thrown through the mud because of what his name is on the back of the jersey.
Yep.
And I think that I saw some X tweets and all that about letting him loose, so that the game he wasn't really allowed to be himself, allowed to play his type of ball. And hopefully they turn it around quick, fast, and in a hurry. And the only way they're going to change it is with him anyways. He's not going to go anywhere, I don't think. So didn't like it, but TBD.
Listen,
TBD. I'm not ready to quit on the kid.
No, not at all. People are going crazy with this. They're just haters. They like to see people fail. You know how it is. People like to see people get risen up and then just mashed down here. Yeah. So Archie Manning, a big problem with the play calling. That's the coach just. Dude, he threw some really good passes. Yes, there were some passes questionable. Certain things were definitely
the ones that keep replaying on social media. It's ridiculous.
They easily nitpicked the ones that he didn't do very well, but a lot of it was just the play calling. The coaches need to go ahead and trust him. You have him there. That kid could have left. He redshirted. He did everything right that nobody does anymore because he's not a kid that, he doesn't need the money. He's not going ahead. He's like, nope, I want to start. You're going to start me. I'm going to take money. He could have went to another school. He sat there and waited, watched. Now he's there. Trust the kid to do his thing. Live and die on his arm. But they made horrible calls. They went ahead and made some terrible, times for run plays and everything else. It was just, I didn't like at all what the coach did with Archie Manning. So I'm not going to give him. And they're playing in Ohio State. Ohio State, defending champs. It was not easy.
That's a hell of a week 1 game.
Like, my God, calm down.
And to my point, too, to kind of sum this up, too, with the TBD, it's San Jose State this week. It's what I like to call the palate cleanser game. This is the kind of game that I want to see you break out. I want to see you do you, Mr. Manning. And hopefully after week 2, people forget about week 1's performance.
Yeah, it's very much like I was very curious what Lagway was going to do with the University of Florida. And so playing Long Island, you're going to win the game. But I wanted to see, that's why I'm like, you know what?
100%.
You wipe the floor with Long Island. You look really good, made 0 mistakes. You looked like, okay, maybe you are the real deal. A lot of people were talking like, I don't know yet. I want to see more of Lagway. So
I was excited coming in.
So Florida all of our Florida teams could do better than what most people expect. I mean, I expected the Canes to kind of just wipe the floor with everybody. So we shall see, Chris. Now, Chris, before we go here, I have to get your take again. One last thing on, I know your favorite, head football coach of all time in the NFL. We all know that he went to coach college for some reason. He plays TCU. He gets just destroyed. What's your take on Bill Belichick?
You're not really asking what my take is, because anybody here that knows Florida Man football knows the love that you have and the obsession you have with Coach Belichick, and so you're really asking this question so you can go on one of your famous rants. That's okay.
Obsession.
Yeah, but here's what I'm going to say, folks. Listen, man, Belichick, what are you doing, man? And I'm not even talking about the fact that you lost the game. I'm talking about your girl, man. No, I'm serious, man. Your girl, what are you doing? How is that handling it professionally? When I think back when he was the Patriots coach, would he have ever allowed anybody to do this kind of thing? I don't think so.
No,
that's not the Belichick way. So what's going on? Are you, blink twice if you need help? I don't understand. I want to start there. And then, of course, I think they went, 20 minutes without a first down or something like that? There was or 2 hours.
It was pretty bad.
There was some crazy stat out there. So it's a long season, Belichick, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is not, if you're a Patriot fan, if you're a Belichick fan and you consider him one of the greatest coach of all time in the NFL, kind of hits you in the gut a little bit, no matter what's your team in the NFL. It's a long season, man.
Well, I get it, because people who hate Patriots and hate Belichick, they love to see him fail. So when certain things, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about general.
I'm just saying, I wish them the best. I hurt seeing them. It hurt.
It didn't make, a lot of things don't make sense, Chris. It didn't make any sense for the greatest, professional football coach of all time to go ahead and coach college.
You see what I mean?
That didn't make any sense. But he did it. So people are obviously, they want to go ahead and rag on the guy. Nobody who knows college football expected North Carolina to beat TCU. TCU was a good team. Okay, they were playing a national championship a couple years ago. They are a good team. This is a good program. This is his first year. These are not his players. Talk to me year 3, year 4. Those are all his recruits. Those are all his guys there. Yes, he got a couple players in NIL. He got a couple things there because, he's Belichick. But you can't continue to lose like this, Chris. You're not going to recruit the way you want to.
This is going to have to be one hell of a turnaround, and you start by getting your girl to take a back seat and not in any way to not in any way to dog on her necessarily, but come on, man.
I'll dog on her.
But get to work, man. What is she doing there? Get to work.
Have you ever seen?
Good Lord.
Have you ever seen any coach, Chris, with their wife or girlfriend on the sidelines?
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
This is a weird dynamic. I think with Belichick, he's just kind of an old dude that's he's at the point where I don't give a damn, I'm doing what I want. And I understand that to a point, Chris, but this is affecting, he says it's not affecting anything. You don't have your partner, your girlfriend, your wife on the sidelines. And Corbin, you can say she's on the sidelines. I've never seen the star players, anything else here where they're there unless they won the championship.
Worry about the game, Belichick. You should know this. I'm sorry. You should know this.
So it is concerning to see. But let's just all calm down. It's all calm down. Carolina, the Tar Heels are not going to do anything this year, but it's a program he's building. So let's just calm down. But you're not helping yourself with your 20 whatever year old girlfriend there in the sidelines, kind of
Wrap this episode up. Jonny Cinco here with just some quick highlights of a couple things. Number one, again, we are going to be streaming Tuesdays, 8 p.m. live every episode.
Yes, sir.
Give you the latest reactions from the NFL games. We are so excited that it's back. And I think, too, Jonny, because we missed out on the explicit, so we can't share. I think that through X and social media, I'll go ahead and share who Jonny Cinco drafted, who I drafted, so you guys can keep touch with us as we have the fantasy episodes as well. Thinking out loud here, Jonny. Any last thoughts before we roll out?
No, let us know who has a better team. That's what I really want to know. So when we put it on next here, let us know who had a better team, and it's going to be me.
Jonny Christian, we're out, y'all.
Later, guys.